It was very heavy.
It's an ebony base with a bronze casting.
There's only one a year.
The stiff arm itself represents college football.
My biggest thrill at that moment, it was going to be my first airplane ride.
My mother and father came in from Ohio. It was my first day in the spotlight.
You feel like you're on top of the world.
You know that that's yours, and no one can take that away.
Crouches to the 5, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
The legacy of the Heisman Trophy says everything in itself.
Dorsey goes over the middle. Bring it on, Hurricane!
The best players are the ones who contribute to the team's success.
They just cannot stop Harrington.
It's a sign of respect, perseverance, commitment.
Oh, my! He put that ball right on the mark.
It's strange how big the award actually is.
Fraternity is a very elite fraternity.
You just can't not be a Heisman winner once you are.
The name Heisman Trophy follows your name.
Mr. Heisman, the baddest dude alive.
Season's greetings from New York City. America's symbol of freedom stands watch over the harbor within view of the Downtown Athletic Club. The home of the Heisman sits silently tonight in Lower Manhattan. Its lobby served as shelter and triage center September 11th. But the tradition of honoring college football greatness built in this room over the decades continues proudly tonight in Times Square, crossroads of the world, right in the heart of holiday hustle and bustle at the Marriott Marquis Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the finalists for the 2001 Heisman Trophy. Nebraska's tough-running senior Eric Crouch, 1,000+ on the ground this year, a record 59 career rushing touchdowns, 35 wins as a starter. Miami junior Ken Dorsey, crafty director of the Hurricanes, highest-scoring offense ever, Rose Bowl bound with a sparkling career mark of 25 victories, 1 loss. Florida sophomore Rex Grossman, the nation's top-rated passer and leader in total offense. The gifted Gator has 10 300-yard games this season. And Joey Harrington, the clutch senior leader of Pac-10 champion Oregon. 3 more fourth-quarter comeback wins this season, boosting his career total to 9. 4 born quarterbacks finalists in alphabetical order for the 67th Heisman Memorial Trophy. You know, Johnny the Jet Rogers in '72, Mike Bergier 11 years later. Both carried Heisman trophies back to Nebraska. Both those guys won it with their wheels, of course, but it's been a very rare Heisman quarterback whose legacy has been built with his legs. Got to go back decades. You know, Staubach, Gary Beeben, maybe Terry Baker. None of those guys, none of them had Eric Crouch's 4.47 electronically timed 40. I can promise you that. But then Eric's qualities as a player and a person grow way beyond his great wheels. He is doting father, statewide hero, and international ambassador to the Cornhusker Nation.
And Nebraska has won its second consecutive national championship. He's all the way home. Nebraska wins it in overtime. A miracle finish.
Everyone wants to be a Nebraska quarterback here. I mean, you grow up as a little kid, you want to be a Nebraska quarterback. It's kind of amazing, you know, just the fact maybe walking into a room where someone's laying in a bed and is kind of sick and they just got off of a major operation, and they turn around and their face lights up and they have this big smile on their face. And I personally never thought that I'd have that effect on someone based on what I did for fun.
Sometimes I think players can grow into that role of really wanting to give back. But Eric didn't need to grow into it. He was that way once he showed up here at the University of Nebraska.
His daughter's name just brings a big old smile to his face. When I come home after the game, she's, you know, she says a lot of things about, you know, I missed you, Daddy, and she doesn't even know I played a football game. I know that, you know, I'm thinking about her all the time, and maybe there's a newfound way of going out there and playing football. You know, there's a lot more to play for.
The hits kept coming. 1,000+ body blows. starting in his career debut when tissue was ripped in his right shoulder. Through 3 seasons and 2 surgeries, Crouch suffered silently, slept sparingly, never made an excuse or missed a snap. Credit a physique carved with iron, and more essentially, a steel strong will. Crouch delivers and even receives whatever it takes to win. As a healthy senior, a live arm complements flawless instincts, slicing split-second cuts, and pure speed. At Missouri, 3rd and 8, 59 out is the pass call. But Crouch must escape a tackle and a safety, zigzag to daylight, juke, slash, accelerate, and he's gone. But the memory will last forever. End zone to eternal signature Eric Crouch moment. Nebraska's longest run ever is one of his 61 career touchdowns, most in Husker history, and in the company of these conference legends, all Heisman Trophy winners. Now, a Nebraska option quarterback came close. Tommy Frazier ran second to Eddie George back in '95. Eric's quarterback coach, Turner Gill, gave it a run in '83. Eric's head coach knows what it's like to take hits as a slightly undersized ball carrier. Frank Solich, he's with Lee.
Coach, you were a Nebraska football player. Now you coach your school. What has Eric Crouch meant to the Nebraska football program on and off the field?
Well, Lee, he's been certainly a great representative for the University of Nebraska and everything that he's done. And certainly you look at his talent, and he's been exceptional, and he's done it for 3 years for us. And we literally put the ball in his hands to win football games, and he responded. And he did it in a manner that was just tremendous. And so as we look at Eric, what he's accomplished on and off the field, and we feel very fortunate that he came through the University of Nebraska system, and I feel fortunate to have coached him.
Well, Coach, you know, because of your offensive system, the quarterback takes a beating week in and week out. And now Eric has never missed a snap because of an injury. Tell us about his courage and his toughness.
Well, he's got outstanding toughness, and that's one reason why we were able to build our offense around him. And it became very obvious early in Eric's career that you wanted to get him the ball. And as a quarterback, certainly you can do it through the air and where he's throwing to receivers. But we also wanted Eric to run the ball, and we built our offense around him, not only the option game, but the power game, where we'd have at times even the I-back leading Eric's way. And he responded with, in some games, as many as 25, 26 carries, and has been a guy that's been a big play guy for us throughout his career.
Kirk, you just love talking to these quarterbacks, don't you?
Yeah, this is nice this year. This is incredible.
You.
You grew up in the state of Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, where the Big Red is everything in the state. You dreamed of one day being the quarterback. If I would have sat you down 10 or 15 years ago and said, you know what, not only are you going to be the quarterback in Nebraska for 3 or 4 years, you're going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the history of that school, and you're going to be sitting in this chair tonight. What would you have said?
Well, I don't think I would have believed you at all. I think I would have just kind of smiled and said, all right, get out of here. There's no way. You know,
yeah.
But, you know, I've been fortunate to be in the position that I'm in, and it's just not taken what I've done. It's taken everyone that surrounds me to help me. I've always been a team player, but I put a lot of hard work into it, and I think that's what's got me to where I'm at.
You also have such an appreciation for your mom, and she sacrificed quite a bit early in your life. How much has she meant to you as far as courage and work ethic?
Well, definitely the biggest role model in my entire life, and she's meant a lot to me. I think, you know, she's definitely showed me pretty much how to live your life. And you take football and you just push it out of the equation, and she's taught me those values. But then you put football back in it, and I've taken those values and I put it into the game of football.
Feel like this is a dream?
Oh, this is a dream come true in a lot of ways, and just to be here with some of the other athletes is just an honor in itself.
Good luck.
All right, thank you very much.
Chris?
I wonder at this second if Eric's more keyed up about this award, perhaps, or the result of that LSU-Tennessee game that dictates where Nebraska might go for the Rose Bowl. Now, to borrow the title of Broadway's smash, these 4 are the producers, 4 great seasons, but when you come back, only one name will be read. One quarterback becomes forever a Heisman Trophy winner right after this.
It is the most prestigious award in sports. It gives me great honor to announce this year's winner of the 2001 Heisman Memorial Trophy. And the winner is Eric Crouch, University of Nebraska.
Well, it's quite an honor to be up here today, and you know, I'm lost for words, but the first thing that I want to do, I just want to thank God for making this possible. Without him, I don't know where I'd be right now. I also want to thank my family, first and foremost, my mother, who has given me the strength and the courage and everything to be able to be here today, and the qualities to be able to be the type of player and the type of person that I am. I want to thank my father, his wife Marlene. I also want to thank my mother's husband, Corey, for just the support that they have and everything that they've helped me do. I just want to let them know that anything that I've done wasn't just because of myself, it was because of the help from them. And I also want to thank my girlfriend, Nikki, and my brother, Kyle, and my sister, Michaela, for just the support that they've given me. It's just been fantastic to be able to come home and see what type of people they are and what type of reflections they have on life and the support that I get from them. And so it's been a great thing and breathtaking in a lot of ways. I also want to thank my mentor, Jim Brown, who has been just a great guy, and he has given me a lot of advice over the years, and without him, you know, there would be a lot of question marks in my mind at this point. I also want to thank the other athletes. Any one of these guys are very deserving of this award, and I've just been honored to be here with each and every one of you guys. You know, down to the minute, this has been the most anticipated thing in my life, and so I just want to thank them personally for giving me this opportunity in the last 3 or 4 days. They've been the greatest people to be around, and I've enjoyed myself greatly. I also want to thank Wendy's for the sponsor and everything that they've done and making this whole thing possible. And I just want to say that I'm so excited to be a part of this elite group of players, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you very much.
Eric. The margin was 62 points. Eric Crouch over Rex Grossman. It's the 4th narrowest margin in Heisman history. Regions were very important. The 6 Heisman voting regions won by 5 different players. One region, Eric Crouch, the Southwest, providing a lot of strength. He's the first Heisman winner in 40 years since Ernie Davis to win just one reason, but the strength throughout those 6 regions carried Eric Crouch to the Heisman Trophy. Were you a little bit afraid that it had slipped away in Boulder, Colorado after that game?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I think initially, right when that game was over with, I think people wrote me off as not being in contention. But then after things settled down, I think people realized what had happened in that game, and that I did everything possible to bring my team back to victory. And obviously that didn't happen, but you know, I was just given an opportunity to be here today, and I'm thankful for that.
Your daughter's too young to know that her dad did something pretty special tonight, but someday she'll appreciate it. When do you think you'll begin to appreciate this?
Well, you know, I already have, just by being up here and being surrounded by some of the greatest people ever to play college football. And that's going to sink in here pretty quick, but I don't know how fast.
The way your week is going so far, LSU might upset Tennessee, and you might end a season in the Rose Bowl. That would really be a dream come true. Congratulations, Eric Crouch, Nebraska's senior quarterback, the 67th winner of the Heisman Memorial Trophy. A final salute to all 4 of our Heisman Trophy finalists for 2001. For Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Michelle Tafoya, and all of us at ESPN, thank you for watching. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Eric Crouch for Heisman Trophy winner.